Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Hey, it's February. It's all about love and more love, I guess. It's Valentine's and we celebrate love. And I know some of you kind of think it's kind of cheesy, and maybe it is, but it's fun. My family all knows me as I just love a reason to have a party and to do a little decorating and to celebrate. Been having some fun with candlesticks on the table, just random things like that. What are you doing? Share with me in your comments what you think about February. Plus, I love to know where you're from. So it's always great to hear where you're from, where you're listening from, coming together in this community. So in honor of love, we're going to talk about testosterone. Honestly, it's probably one of the number one subjects I hear patients ask me about. Healthy patients will ask me how to improve their testosterone. Men, women will ask me how to improve their testosterone. What can I do naturally to improve my testosterone? Of course, many of the times it's mostly for women, it's always about increasing the libido or increasing the muscle mass. For men, it's generally increasing the muscle mass. So we're going to talk about testosterone. And we're going to talk about how to increase testosterone naturally. All right, I think that's important to know because there are different things that we can do prescription-wise, but we're not going to go there today. We're going to go with the natural approach to testosterone. So what I want you to realize is that testosterone is critical for more reasons than just libido and muscle. It is critical for brain function. It's critical to help us to improve our focus and our mental clarity. It's important for brain fog. Many of the times people come to me and they have a lot of brain fog. We run a lab work and we see that testosterone is really low. We can correlate the two there. It also supports memory function, so it's very nurturing for our brain function. It's also super important, yes, for our body composition. Things like lean muscle mass, things like just supporting your fat loss. Of course, the more muscle you're able to build, the more fat you're able to burn. So your metabolism increases. It's also really important to balance your insulin sensitivity. So it's very important not only for the brain, but for the body composition, but also for your energy and your mood. So testosterone has a lot of different reasons that we need to have good, healthy testosterone. It boosts your motivation. So some will say it's a libido booster, but I also say it is a motivation booster as well. So are you feeling like your motivation isn't there? It's just not the same. You just aren't motivated to get things done. Maybe, just maybe, it's your testosterone levels and they're kind of low. Testosterone is great to help us improve our energy levels, giving us a positive mood. Now, too much testosterone can make the angry bear come out. So sometimes that's a factor, and we have to consider that. But we're not. That's another topic for another time. Today, we're talking about increasing testosterone naturally. It also has some really protective benefits to our body. For instance, it supports the bone density, and that's important as we age. It helps prevent autoimmune conditions from coming into our body and for our body to start turning against itself in an autoimmune fashion. And it's super important for our heart health, really important for our heart health. So we need good, healthy testosterone for a lot of different reasons. So, hello, Ellie from Iowa. It's great to have you here. Glad to have you joining us once again. All right, so let's talk about some good, healthy levels. And when we work together, and if we suspect there's some hormonal imbalances, we're going to get some lab work done, and we're going to find out where your testosterone levels are. I like to see for women total testosterone 50 or higher. All right, so And sometimes women actually feel much better even with a little bit higher testosterone. So total testosterone, there's two types of testosterone that we look at. There's total testosterone and there's free testosterone. So total testosterone, women, I like to see it about 50 or higher. For your free testosterone, I like to see it on the standard range, in mid-range or higher. Okay, so you get the little lab standard ranges. We want to see it mid-range or higher for the free. Some of the signs that women will have if they have low testosterone are things like fatigue, muscle loss, brain fog, low libido. So those are some of the symptoms. If you're having those symptoms, you might have some low testosterone going on. All right, men, let's talk to you a second. So again, we look at your total testosterone and your free testosterone. The total testosterone, we want to see for you 800 or higher, all right? So men have a lot more testosterone than women, naturally. So 800 or higher. Now your free testosterone, we like to see between 20 and 30, okay, on your standard lab range. So between 20 and 30. And then some of the low signs of testosterone for you men, some of these are some common things that I see in my practice. Erectile dysfunction, mood changes, decreased muscle mass, and belly fat. Belly fat is a big one. So a lot of times I can take a look at men, and if you're carrying that, you got big thick thighs and you've got a tire around your belly, you got a bigger belly, usually I can visually see and call it out that you probably have some low testosterone going on. That's natural because you have probably higher estrogen. Okay, next week we're going to talk about estrogen dominance and its relationship to testosterone. So we're going to stay on this testosterone topic because it's a hot topic. People love to talk about testosterone, and we should love to talk about it. We want to have it in optimal ranges. All right, so there is what I call 5 foundations for naturally improving your testosterone. All right, 5 things that we're going to talk about. The first is sleep optimization. You have to get good sleep. Sleep isn't just about rest. It's literally your body's hormone factory. It definitely matters. Research shows that testosterone productions peaks during your REM sleep. Here's a study. A 2011 study in JAMA found that just 1 week of sleep restriction, which meant like 5 hours per night, decreased the testosterone by 10 to 15% in healthy young men. All right? So I know a lot of you men out there are late nighters, early to, go to bed late, you get up early. Women, I'm not leaving you out. I know you're there too, but it's not good for your testosterone. So you're lowering that testosterone. Your sleep is super important, and timing is everything. You want to aim for bed by 10 p.m. And because your critical hormone production time is 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. And then you want to strive to get 7 to 9 hours of total sleep. So if you are struggling with sleep, you're not getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep, you're not going to bed at 10 p.m. at night, then we got to ask yourself, well, this is one of those things that you can impact and make changes with right away. Some things that will help you to sleep better. Have your room temp between 65 and 68 degrees. So nice, cool, complete darkness. I'm talking pitch black, blackout darkness. And if you need some white noise, put some white noise on. And then, of course, I want to encourage you, before you go to bed at night, have some rules, have a sleep protocol to help you to prep your body to go to sleep at night. So, for instance, no blue lights, 2 hours before you go to sleep at night. So that means probably for most of you, either wear your blue light blocking glasses or no screens. Okay. No eating before you go to bed. 3 hours. You should go to bed a little bit hungrier, on the hungrier side. Gentle stretching or yoga just to really calm down before. It doesn't have to be long, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So just doing little things like that. Ladies, here's a tip I have. I'll put my serum on, my face serum on, and while it's drying, that's when I do my yoga stretches. So work it in to your already existing routine. And then just do some deep breathing in that time period. All right. So if you have more sleep issues, and maybe this is a topic we'll talk about sometime, just how to get better sleep, but those are some real quick things that we'll talk about today. The second thing is weightlifting. So exercise isn't just about burning calories. It is absolutely a powerful hormone optimizer. And we have to know that. So, and I'm talking about resistance training. There's a study in 2016 that showed that resistance training increased the testosterone levels by up to 40% in people who trained regularly. 40%. This is for real, people. All right. So if you need another excuse, not, to get out there and exercise, not just to burn calories, it's for your testosterone. Okay, so what you want to do is, it's all about, the priority is weightlifting. It's all about those compound lifts. So your squats, your deadlifts, your bench presses, your overhead presses, and your rows. Okay, so that's the most important. And getting multiple sets in there, 3 to 4 sets per exercise, 6 to 8 reps per strength. So, and you want to do this 3 to 4 times a week. And that's what this study showed us, that 40% increase in testosterone when you were consistent doing these exercises. So bringing in resistance training so that you can build that testosterone. Sleep, resistance training. I mean, who would have thought it was so easy? All right, let's talk about the next thing. Nutrition. We have to feed our hormones. And there are some specific nutrients that we need to support the production of testosterone. So what do we need? Well, we need protein. We need a lot of protein. 100 grams of protein minimum throughout your day. Now, your goal is 1 gram of protein for every pound you are in weight, or ideal weight. If you need to lose weight, if you're overweight, get your ideal weight of protein in. All right, so that's your goal. But minimum 100 grams of protein a day. That's a lot of protein you're asking, I know. So you got to figure it out. You got to cook some excess chicken breast. It's a palm size, 5 to 6 ounces of chicken breast is about 30 grams of protein. All right. So I have a podcast in here on, or a live in here on protein and increasing your protein. So look for that. Look for what I talked about, shared tons of ways on how to increase that protein. Now, fats, healthy fats, your coconut oil, your olive oil, your avocados, your grass-fed butter. 30 to 35% of your total calories should be in those healthy fats. So maybe you need to spend some time tracking the foods that you eat so that you're making sure that part of your calories, 30 to 35% of them, are coming from that fat. And then carbs. Sometimes we go completely carbless. However, we do need carbs. We need a moderate amount of carbs based on our activities. So if you're sitting behind the desk, you probably don't need near as many carbs. But if you have a physical working job, you need more carbs. And remember, those carbs should come in the form of your root vegetables and your fruits, not starchy carbs. Okay, so if you're limiting too much of your carbs, you may need to bring those back in to help feed your hormones. All right, and then the missing link. So we have exercise, we have sleep, we have nutrition. Now we need to talk about your stress. Stress is super important because here's the deal. Chronic stress kills testosterone. I'll say it again. Chronic stress kills testosterone. So if you are in a chronic stressed state, you cannot expect your testosterone to get better unless you make some changes. So let's talk about how you do that. Well, first of all, start a healthy morning routine. Give yourself 5 to 10 minutes of meditation. Don't just get up and go. Get up, work into your morning routine, 5 to 10 minutes of meditation, devotions, whatever it might be. Give yourself that time. And then do some deep breathing during that time and some stretching, some light movement. And then get your face into the light, the outdoor light. All right? Then throughout the day, you need to take some regular movement breaks. You're going to have like some stressful moments throughout the day. Your breathing technique is 4-7-8, it's called. So you breathe in for 4 seconds, you hold it for 7 seconds, and then you breathe out. And doing those things multiple times a day is going to be beneficial. And then get outside. You got to get outside and get some natural light as best as possible. And then don't skip your meals. If you are under stress, don't skip those meals. All right, in the evening, what do we do in the evening? Well, technology sunset. 2 hours before you go to bed, turn off the technology. Do some, again, gentle stretching, some yoga, relaxation exercises. And then here's one of the things that's most important if you're in a very stressful situation, and that is gratitude journaling. All right, super important. Okay, so those are some pillars that are super important. Now, let's talk about supplement protocols. All right, first of all, we need to make sure that you are getting a foundational protocol going. So magnesium is important, vitamin D3, zinc, fish oil, some good healthy omegas. Those are really important in helping to boost your testosterone. But there are some different supplements that I like to use for men, and then different supplements I like to use for women. So for women, and you can find all of these I'm going to link them, and you can find them in my full script. Okay? And so they're all laid out for you. All you have to do is choose them. And but for women, there's certain things that I really like. Things like Tribulus terrestris. Okay, Tongkat Ali is a really good one. Ashwagandha, DHEA. So these are really good supplements for women. And when I work with women to help boost their testosterone naturally, we bring in those supplements. For men, I like things like turkesterone, beta-ectodiasterone, and then I also like Phaedosia agrestis. Okay, so those are some different herbals that we bring in for men. We don't always want to bring in the same for women because remember, men, we need much higher testosterone than we do for women. All right, so look in that full script that I link, and you can go ahead. It's for women and it's for men. You can link there. Okay, testosterone can make a world of difference in your life. And I encourage you to work with a practitioner. You're welcome to work with me. I would love nothing more. I'll put my link in there. We can set up a call and we can talk about that. Or a qualified practitioner who's knowledgeable in working with hormones. So that is who you want to work with if you think that your testosterone might be on the lower side. And chances are it might be. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. Next week, we're going to talk about estrogen dominance and how it affects our testosterone. So stay tuned and make sure that you're doing things to support your health, keeping healthy, being vigilant about good health and good mind space. All right, everybody. Happy February. Keep the love going. Bye for now.